Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clay Loves Logic, where on this channel I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. Recently, the great Willpower suggested a few puzzles for me to try, some of their favorites, and the Great Escape, I believe it was called, that was called the Great Escape, was an unbelievable puzzle. Really, really excellent. So I gave that a try. I featured that. I really enjoyed that. I would encourage everyone to go watch that video. And I was trying to decide what puzzle to play tonight, and I couldn't really think. And I remembered that I had listed some of my favorite constraints to Will, and he had suggested a few other puzzles to try. One of those constraints was XV, and one was anti-knight. Those are both constraints I love, and I didn't really want to decide on a puzzle to play tonight, so I thought I'd just pick one of Will's suggestions, which will mean I'm featuring a third Will power puzzle. But how could you not? They're so excellent. So tonight I'm going to be looking at Peasantville by Willpower. And with that in mind, if there's any puzzles that anyone watching wants to suggest to me, feel free. I would happily solve any 1 or 2 star puzzle, and I would certainly give any 3-star puzzle a fair shot. I think that's about the peak of my skill. I've never solved a 4-star. So if you know of an exceptionally, a 4-star that's on the easier end, feel free to suggest it. But otherwise, any 1, 2, or 3 suggestions, feel free to make them, and I'll certainly give them a try. Okay, so today, Peasantville by Willpower. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Let's get into the rules. And as always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description of the video so you can try it if you'd like. But for now, let's have a look. Normal Sudoku rules apply. You have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and indeed in every column. Numbers of the same value cannot be in king or knight's move apart. We'll explain that in a second. Numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, anything like that. Numbers with a black dot between them are in a ratio of 2 to 1. 3 and 6, 4 and 8, 1 and 2, 2 and 4, anything like that. Not all dots are given, so there's no negative constraint. And so when we look at a king or knight's move in chess, first of all, a king can move in any direction around it. So if this is the king can move 1 square in any direction, including diagonally. So when we look at this box, normal Sudoku says this digit doesn't exist in any of these. Normal Sudoku also says it doesn't exist in those because it's in the same row. And normal Sudoku says it doesn't exist in these because it's in the same column. Now, King's move also eliminates these. Now, Knight's move, contemplate how a knight moves in chess. They move 3 in one direction, and then they veer 1 to the left or right. So neither of those would be valid. Neither of these would be valid, and neither of, well, the rest are, and this, the rest are in the same box. So you can see immediately how actually incredibly restrictive the combination of Knight's move and King's move can be on a cell. So those are the rules, and let's have a go. So the first thing I can tell you is when you look at crop key dots that are consecutive without the ability to repeat digits, i.e., if the dot was here and here, you could have double ones, for example, and this could be a 2, which is fine. But when you can't, it needs to be from 1, 2, 4, 8, and the middle digit, and the middle digit can't be 1 or 8. And the middle digit can't be 1 or 8 because if it was 1, if this was 1, you would need double 2s. If this was 8, you'd need double 4s. You can't have that. So it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Now, I think this digit has to be a 4, but let me just think about this for a second. Imagine a world where this is a 2. Well, then you have to have, well, yeah, no, it can't be a 2. Yeah, for a way easier reason. And I'll explain it. But I was thinking if this is a 2, it needs to, go down. It needs to be 2, 3, 4. It can't go down because 2, 1, 0 doesn't work. So it has to go up to 2, 3, 4. But one of these will then always be a 2, or sorry, a 1. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sorry. If this is a 2, it could go 2, 3, 4, but one side of this will always be a 4. And that's why 2 doesn't work. The other and more obvious reason why this can't be a 2 is if this is a 2, one of these is a 1. And what's consecutive with a 1? A 2. So we get a 4 immediately. So this is either 1. Oh, and actually with 4 in the middle, we eliminate 1. So this is a 2-8 pair. And now that means this has to go up, doesn't it? Because we knew this has to be 3 and 6. It can't be 1, 2. It can't be 2, 4. It can't be 4, 8. And so this has to be the 6 now because the 6 has to get, we have to get from the 4 to something. We couldn't go 4. Well, there's no way we could get to where this is a 3. So we get the 3 there. 6 now has to move upwards to 7. And then we're going to have a 1, 9 pair that we cannot disambiguate yet. But that is okay. Sorry, my dog is being absolutely rotten lately. Chewing on toys she's not meant to chew on. And by toys, I mean my blankets. When she has plenty of nice toys, she has plenty of nice toys to chew on, but nothing is as good as a blanket for my dog, I guess. And the problem with that is she loves to eat string. Okay, so now what is this saying? This needs to be consecutive. Can't be 7, 8, 9 because of the 7. Can't be 5, 6, 7. So this is at most 4, 5, 6. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, let's imagine this is 4, 5, 6, and then this is then the 5. What is that saying? Well, we would know that neither of these would be the 5. So this would be a 4, 6 pair. And 4, 6 is fine. Is it fine? No, it's not fine, is it? It can't be 4, 5, 6. Because what does this go to? It goes down to 3, which is fine. You can double that, but you would go, okay, yeah, that would work. This couldn't be a 6. 6 can't go to 7 or 5 here. So if it is 4, 5, 6, it's only 4, 5, 6 in that way. And we would get a 3 here that would then double to a 6, and this would double to a 3. And I want to say there's no anti-knight or anti-king issues with that. So that would be fine, all well and good. The other alternative for this is that this is, a 2, 3, 4, or a 1, 2, 3. Let's think. If this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself here because I think this is possible. Yeah, so being 4, 5, 6 in that order is possible. I'm just gonna, write my thoughts down over there. 4, 5, 6 seems fine. What else? Get a toy. Goblin. 1, 2, 3 would not work because 3 would have to go to 6. But 1, 2, oh, and 1, 2, 3 would not work this way either because of the knight's move. So 1, 2, 3 doesn't work. Well, that's great. Does 2, 3, 4 work? Let's see. 2, 3, 4. 4 goes to 8. 2 goes to 3. 3 goes to 6. And that doesn't work for the king's move. Haha, nice. Okay. So 3, 4, 5 would never work unless it was this way. But 3, 6 doesn't work here. So 3, 4, 5 doesn't work. So it's only 4, 5, 6, and it's only in this order. Now, something funny happens when I do willpower puzzles, where I'm sure my logic is correct. And then it always finds a way of humbling me. I find I get ahead of myself on the puzzles. And they humble me in the most interesting ways. So this is also going to be a 4, 5, 6, isn't it? And that's not 4, and this isn't 4. So this isn't 4 because of king's move. This isn't 4 because of knight's move. So we can place the 4, and that's going to let us place all the digits because knight's move says this isn't 5. So that's 6. Wow, that's so interesting. Will 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Huh. I love that. All right. I love that if it's correct. My dog's never ending quest to eat all of the string in the house. We'll never be satiated. Okay. What is next? Where shall we look next? We need a 6 somewhere in this row, and there's no constraints as to where. Okay. Well, interestingly, 7 is not here via king's move, and it's not here via knight's move, and it's not here via knight's move. So that's actually pretty powerful. There's a 7 somewhere there, which will in fact put a 7 in this row. And there is no constraint yet as to where it could go. There is a 3 somewhere up here. Again, no constraint. That's about as much as I can tell you so far. I know that there is, well, there's a 3 somewhere in this row, and knight's move says it's not here. So one of these is 3. One of these is 6. We have to contend with the whole, 1, 2, 8, 9 of it all. I wonder how we start to place those. So if this is 2 and 1, well, it's true to say whatever set this is, whether this is 2, 1, or it's 8, 9, it has to go here, doesn't it? And that means that this digit is the 2, 8, and this digit is the 1, 9. And if we do my favorite thing in the world, which is coloring them, we know that these ones are the same, right? Because where else do these digits go in this box? They go precisely here. And again, knight's move says that's not that. So that has to be that, and that has to be that. And we can color the offshoot of these. We'll just color them yellow and green. So then we need a yellow and green digit somewhere down here. And what else? We need yellow, green, and 7. So this digit here is certainly one of the yellow or green, but I don't know which one. So then we need both. Okay, so now this is interesting, right? Because now we are seeing roping. So we have a 3 blue, pink, 3 blue, pink. We'll have a 3 blue, pink here too. And we know this one is not pink. But it could be, yeah, we don't know exactly what it is. This one's not pink, and we don't know anything about blue yet. But this will be 7 green and yellow. And I think, yeah, we can actually place those, right? This one here can't be green via king's move, and this can't be green via knight's move. So this is a green digit, and it is in fact just a 2 or an 8. It's not a 7. And then this one is not yellow via king's or knight's move. So this is in fact a 7, and then this is a yellow digit. It's not 7, it's 1 or 9. Oops. Okay, now, so now we're seeing the same kind of issue we had here, except this one, at least with 7, we could place. 3, we don't have any restrictions that lets us, remove this ability to be 3. Okay, so now we're living in this sort of world. Huh. Okay. And I mean, I could pencil mark that. It's kind of a little silly. We know that it's this composition. We just can't, we just can't place them yet. So I think I'm just going to leave it as just 3. And we know the colors work. All right. What else can I tell you? What about 3s? Interesting. 3s are just in this little pocket down here and down here. And that is interesting now because 3 does not have the ability to go in the top in any of those. So in fact, the 3 is only in one of those positions. All right. What can I tell you about threes over here, and I'm afraid the answer is nothing yet. This can only be a 3 if this is a 2, and it can only be a 2 if this is an 8. And then, well, actually, that can't be a 3. Wow. Wow, that's powerful. This can't be a 3, can it? Because if this is a 3, okay, let's imagine a world where this is a 3. Sudoku says if this is a 3, this has to be a 2 or a 4. It's not a 4 because of this 4. So if this is a 3, this is a 2. If this is a 2, this would have to be 8. But the alternative digit is pink. So if this is an 8, pink, which can only go here or here, would now have to go here, and this would be a 2, and we'd have King's move preventing this from being a 2. So this is in fact not a 2, and we can assuredly say it is either pink or blue. And we've narrowed down the ability of where 3 can live. 3 only has, you know, two spots it can reside now. So what is this saying? This is 1, 9, 2, or 8. Let's see if we can do any better with that. If this is 1, it could only be beside a 2. And if it's beside a 2, we'll have the same problem, won't we? So this can't be a 1. Because if this is a 1, this has to be a 2. And that would require this to be an 8 and this to not be a 2. Because remember, the pink digit is in one of 2 places. And pink is either 2 or 8. So if this is a 2, then what? If this is a 2, we need 1, or we need 3. And we can't have 3 because of this 3. And we can't have 1 for the exact same reason we can't have 2. If this is a 2, this is a 1, right? And 1 means that either blue is the 1 or yellow's the 1. Well, if yellow's the 1, knight's move says it's not the 1. If blue's the 1, king's move, knight's move. So this is only now 8 or 9. Oh, does that mean we get a digit, or have we made a mistake? This is where Will tricks me. And I don't think we have, and I think it does give us a digit, doesn't it? I think we now know that if this can only be 8 or 9, its options. Well, no, because it. See, I think this has to be 9 or 8. Sorry, I'm just gonna think about a world where this is 8 for a second, because if this is 8, then it is pink. And then this is 7 or 9. Okay, so let me just corner mark my thoughts here. This is 8, and this is, and let's color it. We can back up. This is 8 now. It's pink. This is 7 or 9. Doesn't matter. We'll get there. So if this is 8, now this is in fact a 2. And now this is a 1. And now these are specifically just a 2, or sorry, a 9-3 pair. And it would force well, this could just be 7. This could not be 9 anymore. Or sorry, this would have to be 9. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is this would be 7 in that case. And let's unwind all of that to show that I don't think that process works if this is 9. Right? Because we kind of have the same problem where if this is 9, this is now 8. And if this is 8, this is 2. But where do you put 8? Yeah, this is a 7 that goes to an 8. And then 8 is pink. Yeah. So that's 8. That's 8. That's 9, 9. That's 2, 2, 1, 1. And this is a 3 and 9 pair that we cannot distinguish yet. Yeah. And Sudoku says, well, Sudoku plus Knight's move says the 7 lives somewhere down here. Okay. I'm pretty content with that. I'm pretty content that that's all correct thinking. This is a really powerful dot, actually. Okay. Now, what do we say about sevens? 7 is in the same place as 3. Oh, that's interesting. I can't say the same about sevens down here, but so this is a 7-1-2, and again, we can't distinguish uh other than that this is not a 7. And I think, the colors have served their purpose, so I think I'll just get rid of them now, at least in those spots. They did what they needed to do, and now we're just kind of looking at normal old Sudoku plus the constraints. So 1 is going to be the most interesting digit to place in this box, isn't it? Any of these corner ones where it's in the center. But now that I'm thinking about it, they'll actually have an incredible amount of deductive abilities because Sudoku says that's not a 1. King's move Sudoku says neither of those are. Knight's move Sudoku says neither of those are. So the 1 is always in one of two places. The same can be said about 9s. But the 9s are incredibly restricted in this box. So 5s will do the same thing. And, well, we don't know whether this is 3 or not, but 5s will do the same thing here, won't they? One of those is 5, one of those is 9s, and then this is, either 1, 2, or 7, whatever it ends up being. Eight, one of three places. 8 might be pretty restricted in this box. It is. And that's interesting because now if we look at, the positions of our 8s, what do we not see? An 8 up here. And that's going to help us a lot. That's going to give us a digit, isn't it? Because we cannot have an 8 anywhere here in any of these 6 cells. Sudoku, King's move, Knight's move, Sudoku, King's move, Knight's move, Sudoku, King's move. This is an 8. Wow. Okay, so we have an 8 in one of two places up here. And that is interesting. 9 is in one of three places. Now, that trick for 8s, 8 was here. What if, can we do anything with 2s now, knowing that? That's actually so powerful, this normal Sudoku, King's move, Knight's move. That does so much. 2's always going to be down here now. So what can we say about 2s in this box? Somewhere up here. And then 2s are going to face similar constraints. So 2, 2, 2. All right. Yeah, it's not as powerful. They sort of, the digits right along the edges have a tremendous amount of restriction. Where does a 1 go in this row? Sudoku, Knight's move, King's move, Sudoku, King's move. We have a 1-2 pair. Whoa, crap. We have a 1-2 pair there. Somehow. Wow, that's something. Okay. What can we say now about 9s in this row? Sudoku, king's move, king's move. Sudoku, knight's move. Yeah. Wow. A 9 somewhere over here. And the 9 is only in one of two places here, which actually tells us the 9 has to be in the middle. And we cannot get any better than that yet. But 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9, 9. Okay. Ugh, excuse me, sorry. Well, one thing we know, where does it, well, never mind. Let's think about fours in this row now. This is a genuine 1-2 pair. So this four says, king's move, knight's move, Sudoku, king's move, or knight's move. Wow, we can just place a 4. Wow. Wow. Working with these digits is so interesting. Okay, this is a genuine 1-2 pair. So okay, yeah, there's already a 7 in here. What about 5? Knight's move, Sudoku, knight's move. And we place a 5. So what do we need now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6, 8, and 9. So Sudoku, knight's move, 6, 8, 9. And we just placed a whole row, basically. Wow. What an insane puzzle. This is so much fun. Okay, let us we can just pick these digits off. We have to be able to make more progress on this bottom row then. Where does it, is this okay, where does a 9 go? It just goes over here. And just 3. Well, okay, let's look at 5, I guess. We need a 5. Knight's move, normal Sudoku, knight's move. Or sorry, king's move, normal Sudoku, king's move, knight's move, normal Sudoku, knight's move, normal Sudoku. We can just place a 5. Wow. Well, what the heck, man? A 6. Let's try a 6. Normal Sudoku, king's move, knight's move, king's move, knight's move, normal Sudoku. We just get a 6. I'm wow. Okay, what about a 1? Normal Sudoku, knight's move, knight's move. Normal Sudoku. Okay. A 1 is in one of two places. A 2, two's not as powerful because we haven't disambiguated this 1, 2, 7 triple yet. But that is okay. What do we need? We've placed an 8. So we need a 1, 2, and a 7, and a 4. Let's try 4. Normal Sudoku. King's move, knight's move, normal Sudoku, king's move. Or knight's move, sorry. We've earned a 4. And now we just have 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 3, 9. Normal Sudoku, knight's move, knight's move. 1. And then 2. Yeah, 2's here. This is a 3, 9 pair. So this is a 7. Wow. And that is just something. Okay, let's chug along another row then. We need an 8 somewhere here. Normal Sudoku, knight's move. Normal Sudoku. Normal Sudoku. Well, they're in the same box. Knight's move. 8 is in one of two places. I'm gonna just do it like that. So that's no longer an 8. Oh, and there's an 8 here. Look at that. We have an 8. Okay, I'm gonna pause this quick. I have to let my dog out. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pause the timer, but I'm just gonna let her out really quick. Okay, resume. Where do we go from here? Wow. Wow. We need an 8 somewhere up top. In one of two places. Okay, where do we put now? I don't even know where we should look next. This is well, why don't we try what do we I mean, we have a lot of fives. Let's try fives. Normal Sudoku, King's move. Normal Sudoku. This 5 sees that via Knight's move. This is a 5. This is so much fun. And now this is a 5 because it's, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Let's try 6. We have a 6 here. So we need 6 somewhere up top in one of two places. And then we need a 6 somewhere down here. Somewhere in this corner. Okay. So this is a 1-2 pair. So what do we need left? We need 4. We need 7. 4, 4, 7, 9. 4, 7, 9. And now, what about 4? That's not a 4. 4 is in one of two spots. 7, we don't know much about 7s. 7's basically anywhere here. But 9 is not in the middle. So 9 is in one of two places. Okay. Oh, but it's not here. Look, we placed this 9. It's not there anymore. So we actually get a 7, which gives us a 9 and a 4. Wow. None of these are 7 anymore. Okay, let us place a 4. That should be easy. We need a 4 somewhere in this box. It's only there. Okay. We need a 3 in this row. That's got to be. No, not yet. Okay, what about a 1? We need a 1. That should be easy. 1 is not there, nor is it there. So 1 is in one of two positions. What else do we need? 2, 3, and 7. 2's not here, nor is it here, nor is it here. This is a 2. A 7. It's not there, nor is it there. This is a 7. And then this is a 1, 3 pair. This is now going to be from 6, 8, and what? 9? 8 is not there. Okay, 8's in one of two spots. 6. Can't say yet. This is a 6, 8, 9 triple in some way. And look at that. 6, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9. 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow, Will, just absolutely beautiful puzzle. I'm having so much fun with this puzzle. All right, let's turn our attention to this row, shall we? What can we say? What about a 4? 4 is not here or here via Sudoku, and this just the power of this digit. 4 is in none of those places via normal Sudoku rules. 4 is not here, nor is it there. So 4 is only in one of two spots. But we can't actually place it yet. How about a 7 in this row? It's none of those, obviously. Not there via Sudoku. Not there via Sudoku. Not there via Sudoku. So 7 or 7. What about 8? None of those. Nor there, nor there, nor there, nor there. Okay, these ones, I'm going to, oops, just put them down there. What about 1s? Oh, well, this is not a 1 anymore. There's a 1 here and a 1 here, isn't there? So this is just a 1. And then this is a 2, this is a 3. And this is now a 1 via that move. That thingy. This is a 9. So that's a 3. So that is no longer a 9. And I don't think that that resolves yet. I'm going to say no. Where do we put a 6 in this box? None of those positions, nor any of those positions, nor that. Okay, we already did that. And then 6 obviously is nowhere in here. That's a silly thing to even have pencil marked. 6 is nowhere there. Nor is it there, nor is it there, nor is it there. It's not there or there or there. Only in one of two positions here. In fact, what do we need here? Do we just need 3 and 6? And this can't be a 3. So this is a 3, and this is a 6. Great. That's going to give us, well, it's not going to give us a 6 yet, but it does let us remove that ability to be a 6. Same with those. So we get now a 3, because when we had said 3s, you know, what did we learn about 3s? 3 wasn't there. Well, yeah, I mean, just via Sudoku, this is a 3. So then we need a 3 somewhere up here, which we're unsure about so far, but that's okay. We are really moving and grooving our way through this puzzle. What do we need here? 1, 2, and 9. And can this not be 9? No, 9 has to be down here. So this is a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 9. And that is going to make this a 9 because kings move. That's a 9. And now the 9 is somewhere up here. Oh, and we've placed a 9. That's been available for ages. 9, 3. We'll make 6. We'll make 8. We'll make 9. 8 will make 7. We'll make 6. Yeah. 7 is now somewhere in one of two positions. This is never a 9 anymore. So what? This is not a 3. I don't know what these are. What are these? 8 and what? 1, 8 and 2. And do we know anything about that yet? And I want to say no. I don't think so. But it'll tell us what this is. This is what, a 5 now? Yeah, this is a 5. So this is not a 7 anymore. So 4, 9, 2, and 8. And this sees and oh, thank God. Here I'm thinking 4, 9, 2, 8, and we're screwed because they're all here. No, it's 9 is what we don't need. Okay, I'm gonna let my dog in. I'll be right back. We're so close to this. I just want to keep going, but the dog is barking. I must heed her call. Okay, sorry, where were we? We need the digits 1, 2, 4, and 7 here. What do we need here? Let's think about that. We need a 1 and a 5. And that clears it up because this is a 1 via that, and this is a 5. So what do we need here? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. And this is not an 8 via knight's move. So this is a 4. This is an 8. Now this is a 2. And this is an 8. And we see the 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 9, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 6. So we're just going to be able to say that this is a 2, I'm sure. And this will be a 4, 7, 1, probably. This will be 1, 2, 3. This will be 7, 1, 2, because it'll be like everything else. But let's prove it. This has to now be a 1, doesn't it? This has to be a 2. Well, there's only one available digit left here, and it is in fact 2, which we thought it would be. So this is a 1, 2, 3. That's going to make this a 7, which we thought it would be, and this a 1. That's going to make a 7, and that's going to put a 4. Huh. Wow. 37 minutes, 21 seconds. Only 45 people have solved this puzzle. I like this puzzle. Willpower. Man, fantastic suggestion. 547, 547, 547, 986, 986, 986, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That roping is so cool. to set something like this is just, man, so interesting. What a great puzzle. To think that only 45 people have seen that is just, what a bummer. That's such a good puzzle. Wow, I really, really enjoyed that. Thanks for the suggestion, Will. Anyone feel free to make suggestions you want, and I will give them my fair shot. And I hope you all give that puzzle a try. Thanks, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.